Welcome to the I Can't Throw Anything Away show. Yes, I'm going to show you how I'm going to incorporate this in the garden, and even this blue baling twine. I'll use it in the garden. My parents grew up during the Great Depression, and they have instilled a frugality in me that has lasted a lifetime. Let's go. Welcome to the wonderful world of misfit containers. This one doesn't have a bottom, so it's buried. This was a gift from my dear friend and gardening expert, Jessica Walliser, but the handyman backed into it, and if you look at how I put it together, you'll see why I need a handyman. It has good drainage. And this one here was given to me just because the top broke off. I'll plant something on the edges here to soften that up. Can't throw it away. And then here's the container that we started with right here. And all I've done is dig a little hole here, and we're going to fill that up with soil, and then we're going to plant it, and we get more use out of it. I shouldn't have left it out there for all those winters, but it happens. So I've got this container here, and one just like it back here. Look out, Maxie, they need to see that. And again, I've just dug a hole for it. It's got holes in the bottom, but we'll fill them up with soil, and I'm going to plant them. I love having flowers in the vegetable garden. This is a marigold I grew from seed in the greenhouse. It's an All-America Selection winner that I grew last year called Big Duck Orange. And I think there's Big Duck Yellow in here too. And we're just going to fill our containers with this. And I got some more stuff to show you that can never be thrown away. It's still too early to plant most tender crops, but marigolds are half-hardy annuals. And if it does get really cold, I'll just cover them. There's a bonus. So here's an old part of a fountain that I found when I was cleaning up the corner of all the things I can't throw away. And so I drilled some holes in the bottom, and this is going to be the home for some beets. This is a really cool beet, and I'm very excited to grow it, called 3-root Grex. It's bred with a bunch of different beets together, and they're going to be all sorts of different colors. And it says that the greens are really good. You can see there's yellow and red. It said the greens are really good to eat too. So one thing about root crops, any root crops, and beets especially, that's why I grow them from seed in the greenhouse, is they need proper spacing to make that root. And so this way they'll get it. A lot of times, and we still have time to grow them from seed, but a lot of times from seed, because they sprout more than one seedling, you don't get to the thinning part, and then you don't get good beets. But these, look at that. These are going to be good beets. And as I said, I'm just excited to grow something weird and different in something weird and different. I'm going to give you a little tour of some of the crazy stuff in the garden next when I get done here. See that yellow one? You saw my sculpture garden last week. This garden card, a gift from a friend in 1983 that sold us our first house, filled with arugula and other greens. Doesn't look too bad. It tastes good. Golf club supporting peas. Even this old bucket here can hold a few lettuce plants, and when it gets really hot, it'll have a little bit of shade here from the hops plant. These old drainage pipes, I'll fill them up with soil and plant succulents in them. A gazing ball for leprechauns. A tribute to the unknown boulder monument downtown. It's a flower bed. Get it? And don't forget, statues without hands are cheaper. And really inexpensive without heads. Well, with all the extra time on our hands, my wife's been clearing things out. And this is a walk I got 40 years ago on a driving trip to Canada, where my car overheated on the Peace Bridge. And she said, "Can you turn it into some kind of garden thing?" Well, I'm sneaking this back into the kitchen. All right, let's finish up. have fun recycling and reusing things in your garden. Now, the way I do it might not be right for you. Make your garden your own. And as I said, have fun. These nice pieces of glass, I can glue them onto something. We'll see you next time.